Hello, America. It's time to check the nonsense at the door, clear the cobwebs between your ears, and have a rational-ish conversation. This is the lost art of common sense.
That labels divide people, and I think we could probably do with fewer labels, not more. Now, one more group, the Indians. I call them Indians because that's what they are. They're the Indians. There's nothing wrong with the word. First of all, it's important to know that Indian, that word probably does not derive from Columbus believing he had reached India in 1492. India was called Hindustan. More likely, the word derives from Columbus's description of the people he found here. He was an Italian who spoke very poor Spanish, and in his written accounts, he called the Indians una gente in Dios, a people in God. In God, in Dios, Indians. It's a perfectly noble thing. And I simply can't justify this awkward phrase, Native Americans. First of all, they're not natives. They came here from Asia over the Bering Land Bridge. In fact, there are no natives anywhere in the world. Everyone is from somewhere else. All people are refugees, immigrants, or aliens. If there are natives anywhere, it would have to be people still living in the Great Rift Valley in Africa.
All right, America, I'm Josh.
And I'm Kevin.
And this is the lost art of common sense. I guess you could call this our Thanksgiving special for 2024, brought to you by our merch shop.
Right. Buy our shit.
Buy our shit. Are you going through and doing your... Yep, it took you long enough to... Way to be on it, Kevin.
Well, I thought we had one for the merch shop. I guess not. We should
No. You're just a horrible person. But yeah, the link is in the description below if you want to peruse our awesome designs. If not, we appreciate you watching. Give us a like, share, subscribe, comment, and all that good stuff. So this week we are talking about Thanksgiving. Kevin, you looking forward to Thanksgiving?
Absolutely. It's my favorite holiday.
Why is that?
Because I'm a fat person, and fat people love food.
Well, that's true. There's a lot of food.
And I like seeing my family and friends and stuff, and it's always a good time.
Yeah. Yeah, I look forward to it too. We normally spend it down here, so... But we have good food, good times, hanging out.
Yeah, you don't have that... Do you have that weird family dynamic to where, like, there's, like, one weirdo? I don't know. Like, you don't have to say it. Like,
I mean, I don't think there's any, like, there's not going to be any crazy liberals showing up or anything like that. But
I mean, you don't get into...
Every family has that guy.
Yeah, well, if you don't, then you're probably that guy.
Well, exactly. And I might be that guy.
I might be that guy.
You
In fact, I am.
100% are that guy. I know your family, and I know you, and you are that guy.
Yep. But yeah, I am looking forward to Thanksgiving. Like I said, I enjoy hanging out with my family and, just having a good time, talking, drinking, watching football, eating good food. It's always a good time.
Do you ever go comatose later on in the day?
I try not to, but sometimes you just fall asleep. It's what is it? Is it tryptophan or something like that?
Something like that in turkey.
Yeah.
Even though they say the amount that's in there really isn't enough to...
I think it's just the fact that you ate so much.
Yeah, you ate a shit ton of food. Obviously, for the last few years, we've been drinking, so,
Yeah. Yeah, I'm probably going to have a few beverages.
Well, gotta have beverages to grease the social wheels.
Well, that's right. So, yeah, it should be a good time. So I just want to make sure that we say Happy Thanksgiving to everybody. Happy Thanksgiving, Dan.
Happy Thanksgiving, buddy.
So, yeah, should be a good time.
I think so. What does Thanksgiving mean to you, and what are you thankful for? That goes
I think it's
for any listeners, too.
Like Thanksgiving, it's just a time to come together, to be thankful what you have. Be thankful where you live, even our poor people in America live better than, a lot of third world country people. So everybody has something to be thankful for, especially being an American, being in America, enjoying the bountiful riches it gives you. And, be thankful for your family, for everything you have in life. So just make sure you take time to find out, hey, everything's not horrible. There's things to be thankful for in a smaller circle. I mean, even if you are upset about election results or whatever, I mean, just be thankful you have your group of people.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. I think I like Thanksgiving. I mean, to me, it's about being thankful. I guess I don't really think. I just like being around family. I like any family events, friends and family, and I'm thankful for the friends and family in my life, and that currently we're able to do this podcast. I'm thankful for that. That's always fun, and being employed.
Yes. Nice to have
What's
a
going
job.
on, J Red?
Happy Thanksgiving, Jared.
But yeah, I mean, like you said though, I mean our poor's like poverty in America is not like what is considered poverty across the world. So that's definitely good, and hopefully things get better on that. Do you think Thanksgiving is based on a lie?
I don't think it's full truth what we learned like in grade school. Like
Apparently there was a dinner though.
there was a dinner, but I don't think the Indians were actually invited.
They just added that in for, I mean, I don't know.
I think that
When the blanket exchange happened.
I mean, I don't know. History's so weird. I mean, I don't know how exactly what happened, but I know that for sure that the natives, Indians, they did teach people how to grow like corn and crops, and I think there was a feast. I don't know. I think most of it's true.
I mean, was it on the Thursday in November or even possibly in November? I mean, it might have been November because that would have been, I think it would have been earlier.
Even after
post
harvest, I
harvest.
would guess it's probably more October, wouldn't it?
I would think so.
November seems a little cold back then. I mean, they
It's
were in the
it's
Northeast,
meaning
right?
behind it. Yeah. Well, and that was before like people call them colonizers. Those pilgrims weren't colonizers. They literally just sailed the ocean to escape religious persecution.
Yeah.
So, and like we've been saying for a while, I'm glad I wasn't the only one saying it, that there are no indigenous people to this side of the planet. So I was glad that got pointed out.
Yeah.
Let's
Yep. So, I mean, shit. I think
see, what is this here? I consider is the commercialization of Thanksgiving, emphasizing how the holiday has been transformed into driven events, especially with the rise of Black Friday.
yeah, I completely agree with that. I think Black Friday is almost bigger than I don't know anymore.
Well, Black Friday sales have been going on all week.
Yeah. And, a lot of it, then you got your Cyber Monday, it's all around the holiday. Thanksgiving did get lost a little bit because of all these shopping deals for Christmas. Christmas pretty much taken over everything.
Well, every holiday in the United States has become commercialized.
Yeah.
They have like giant gift baskets for Easter now. Like I don't even think kids know why we celebrate Easter.
Oh, I'm sure they don't.
I mean, they
They just know there's a bunny and chocolate. So,
yeah. I mean, so yeah, see, Jared's right there with
Jared,
it.
yeah, Jared agrees. Yeah, it's all commercialized. Every holiday is. Every event is. I mean,
Did you ever do Black Friday stuff?
no.
I didn't either.
I don't like crowds. So I'm not going out where there's a bunch of weirdos trying to get a deal. Like I'll pay the extra 10%. And half the time it's a sale that it's the same price as it was. They just marked it down.
Well, I think
Say they
Cyber
want-
Monday kind of destroyed. I never did it. Like the doorbusters, because you only get the deals if you do the doorbuster stuff. So
Yeah. So I don't know. I never did Black Friday. Every so often I'll do Cyber Monday, but really, I mean, from now until Christmas, everything's on sale anyway. So who cares?
Yeah. What do you think of people who had reactions like this?
Well, it's happening. The family wants to know what I'm doing for the holidays.
Oh, do they?
I'm going to be here with my dogs and my daughter, who is of childbearing age and now has to get an IUD at 17 years old. And I'm going
Because
to be
she
here with
gets
my
pregnant?
son, who is a political target.
Well, so
and
she
that should really tell you
has a
all you need to
transgender
know
son
about
and,
why I'm not going to be hanging
apparently
out with y'all
sexually active,
for the
like,
holidays.
14-year-old.
So fuck off. Choke on your turkey. Bye.
Why are you gay?
I mean, what was your reaction to that?
What, the clip or the end?
The video.
These people are crazy. Like, why are you letting politics ruin your life?
Well, I'm assuming that people like that, they're not going to be missed.
No. Yeah,
They're
like,
like the
like Jared just said. I think their family is thankful they're not coming.
yeah. It's like those are like the people that are like they're like, "Oh, good, you're here," and they're under their on the backside of their eyes, they're rolling their eyes. Like if you're that kind of person, now they're saying that these people on the left are going out and saying to go to uh, Thanksgiving dinners with your family and intentionally insert politics into the conversations and meals and all that stuff. And it's like, okay,
Yeah. I mean, I don't know.
ham.
I could be choking on my ham. Fuck off. I don't know. I like turkey.
Well, see, I am a duck fan.
Duck
And we
is
don't
really-
have duck down here very often, but when we used to go up and have it with the family up there, there was always a duck, and I love duck. If
goose
it's
is
cooked
really good
correctly,
too.
it's all dark meat.
Yeah.
It's all greasy ass dark meat.
Yeah, duck is really good. Like when I went to go duck hunting and stuff, I used to love the way my mom cooked duck. It was awesome.
Yeah, you have to cook it right. I mean,
Yeah.
I cook it in the smokers, and if you don't get all the fat rendered out, it's not very good.
No, you got to get that fat render for sure.
Turns into like duck fat jello. Gross.
Yeah, but I mean, like getting back to like people who like do that shit, like why? Why are you letting an election result ruin your life?
Yeah,
An
no.
election result that's probably not going to really change your life a whole lot, maybe some prices and stuff, but really, you're mad because your daughter has to get an IUD.
Because
You can't just go abort a baby.
there's so much to that statement. Yeah. So it's like, so my young daughter has to get on birth control because if she gets pregnant, because apparently she's sexually active, she can't go get an abortion. Don't prevent, I don't understand that.
No, like maybe you tell her not to,
Try
have
being
sex.
celibate.
Yeah.
Apparently, there's a bunch of videos of conservative women coming out and mocking all these. Is it 4B or B4 or something like that? Like just making fun of it. It's like nobody cares that you're not going to sleep with them because they probably already slept with you. I forgot who said it, but there was somebody who's saying that there's a lot of these like, progressive women can't actually have, because they were talking about how younger men, there's a larger and larger percentage of them not wanting to get into serious relationships or get married. And it's because they're saying that these progressive women, which is, I think, another way of saying hoary, who have had all these partners don't know how to have like a committed
Serious
relationship.
Don't
Yeah.
know how to
Like
act
they're
in a
incapable of doing it.
Yeah.
And like it's turning off a lot of guys. So it's like, well,
Well, I'm
whatever.
sure. I mean,
You got any words of wisdom for the people suffering from the TDS?
get over yourself.
That's right.
You're not that important. If you don't go to Thanksgiving, who the fuck cares? They probably don't want you there anyways. You're probably
That's what I'm saying. If you're that, there's other reasons why people.
like if you're that fucking mad about it, then just fucking stay home. I mean, they don't want you there anyways.
Hoary.
It's a good word. That's a good word. Hoary.
That's the word of the day. Ah! Yeah, I'm just saying, if somebody's that political and that nuts, they're probably not going to be missed. And that's a
No.
shame. Your
And-
family should miss you on the holidays. So you should try not to be such a huge pain in the ass.
Exactly.
Just saying.
Like, just get over yourself. Try to just enjoy life. Like, why do you have to? It just feels like you're a hateful person. If something consumes your life that much, then you're just hateful. And you know what? Oh well, who cares?
Weird.
weird.
I'm just saying. Well, we kind of talked about the typical Thanksgiving spread, so I don't really have a whole lot else to talk about.
Yeah,
As far
usually
as
it's corn and turkey and mashed potatoes and
do you like sweet potatoes?
yeah, I do.
I think that's almost a dessert. It's borderline dessert.
It almost tastes like
Some people do just like to watch a world burn, Matt.
yeah, wasn't that from Batman?
That is true.
I like to watch the world burn. But yeah, I mean, green bean casserole, always good.
I love green bean casserole.
Me too.
It's got to be cooked like to where it can't be watery. It's got to be kind of thickened up with a shit ton of dried onions on top.
I love mashed potatoes and turkey and gravy and stuffing and all that stuff. Ham.
Yeah, I pretty much I make about 2 plates, eat that, then eat about 2 plates of dessert, and then I go into a coma
Yep.
and wake up after Black Friday. That's why I've never made Black Friday.
Well, I mean, who wants to go out?
That's
I just don't see, especially when like in the old days when before like Amazon stuff was big, they used to camp out.
There's just no stuff that I want that bad that I'd be willing to do.
No.
So I
Absolutely.
don't know. Any of our listeners do any Black Friday stuff? I think a couple of them might have.
I'm sure a few people do. Maybe go out to
think
the
I'd rather-
stores like 6 a.m. I think. Not sure.
I think I'd rather now. A couple of my cousins, they were all about it. Them and their mom. Like, I just not willing to do it.
Matt is going to make a corn mac casserole. That sounds delicious, man.
It does sound delicious. You should send a pic of that.
Yeah, because that sounds awesome. And if it's that delicious, you should send me the recipe.
No, just send them some and like just give them some.
Shove it in an envelope and mail it to me.
No packaging, just dump some in an envelope and send it to them.
It sounds delicious.
It's like, thank you.
So,
Yeah, I like pretty much everything. There's nothing that I was never a picky eater though. So I definitely enjoyed Thanksgiving. Have you ever had this stuff? They call
I
it
don't like stuff like-
salad. Have you ever had the strawberry salad?
I don't know what that is.
I used to love the shit out of as a kid. It's like
Is it
pretzels.
with whipped cream? And no, I don't know if I had that. I know
It's-
what you're talking about though.
Yeah, it's like butter and pretzels on the bottom, strawberry, and then cover it top with whipped cream. And it was considered a dinner salad. I'm like, this is dessert. And I love this shit. When I was a kid, that'd be half my plate.
Well, yeah, who wouldn't?
So
That
I'm gonna
sounds
go make that.
awesome.
I haven't had that in a while.
In case we didn't want to, something I want to say before we move on from the subject though was I am thankful to all our listeners. So thank you guys for listening, watching, liking, subscribing, and sharing, doing all that stuff. So just you guys are awesome. So thank you and commenting and all that stuff. So thank you.
Liking, sharing, subscribing, all that good stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, thankful for that. And Matt, I could see you kind of like being that guy lurking in the store, just waiting. He's like the guy who stands next to the register and it like starts all the brawls on the checkout. Thank you for grabbing this for me, sir.
Yeah.
There's a
can't believe
huge
you got
riot at
that.
Walmart again.
Yeah. Yeah. There you go.
I could just see him doing that.
Yeah, I can see that.
All right, well, let's run into winners and losers of the week, Kevin.
Sweet.
In my book, you're a winner too.
I think you're a loser.
Yep. Forgot to change that. There's no Matt.
Yeah, Matt's gone.
Well, he's not. He's actually watching. So
He's actually watching.
And thanks for being on the show last week, man. That was fun.
Yeah, that was awesome. That was a good time. So maybe next week or week after, or whatever you have got time to do it again, just let me know.
Because if you have a laptop, you can be on the show.
Yeah, it's really the only requisite.
As if it's got a camera, that's all you need.
Yeah,
don't even
camera,
think-
everything's got a microphone now, right? Yeah, microphone, camera,
See?
stuff.
He admits it. He knows. He knows that we know that he's the guy
Yeah.
who starts the riot.
He's the lurker. So,
All right, who's your loser, Kevin?
middle-aged white women. Because they got
Very specific.
Yeah, well, they're all going out. I guess there's these mass groups that go out And it's all middle-aged white women, and they just scream
Like
at the top of their
middle-aged
lungs.
liberal white women.
Yeah, middle-aged liberal white women. I'm sorry. And they go out and screaming, like just scream because they're so frustrated with the election results. Like it's the end of their world. So they're my loser because get over yourself.
Do you remember? Now, granted, there was the January 6th thing where there was some coercion going on with that, but I don't remember. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I was yelling at the TV in the morning when I found out that there was that magical
Well, the magical
shift in numbers.
300,000.
But I still went to work the next day.
Yeah, I mean, it didn't affect me that much. Was I mad? Yes. Was I? I mean, it's
You
kind of
notice,
what
though, that things
it's
have
kind of
been
what drove
calmer?
us to do this stupid fucking podcast.
Are we actually getting one of those fake ones during?
Yeah, what the hell?
I will not message you, but we appreciate you watching.
Yeah, just keep watching though.
But I just don't. It's weird though that it's not. You'd think with the reaction from his last inauguration
Yep.
in 2020, and then them saying he's Hitler and democracy is going to die and he's going to be a dictator, and now he's been reelected. It's surprisingly calm, and I am not asking for violence at all.
No.
But don't you think that's kind of weird? Like the people funding this might know that it might not be a good idea.
You never know. There could be something in the works.
I don't know. Second term Trump, I don't think is going to put up with a lot of shit.
Yeah, that's true. Like, I don't know. I mean, yeah, like with the Biden election, I mean, when he won, I think it kind of drove us to do this podcast.
Yeah, I mean, well, yeah, because we're always talking on the phone every day talking about politics. Like, hey, let's start recording ourselves and put our shit out on the internet so it's never used against us later.
And I don't know if Trump won again if we'd be doing this. I don't know. We may have.
I
don't know.
Let's see why we'd stop. As long as we got our 3 loyal listeners, that's all I care, Kevin.
That's right. I'm looking forward to for the next 4 years, though.
Yeah, it should be interesting.
I'm hoping it's going to be a lot better. Yeah.
Yes.
Hey, we can talk about other shit, not politics as much.
Yeah, no. I do want to have a fun episode coming up, so I think it's your turn. Maybe you can do your space one.
I want to do space because we got that clip.
Space. Yeah, we've had the clip for like 2 months.
Yeah, we started getting, when people do guests and stuff. So if anybody wants to talk about space and all the weird shit in space,
hit us up.
Yeah, hit us up. We'll have you on there.
It is going to be more better. I'm not sure that's correct phrasing.
So, Josh, who's your loser, by the way?
My loser is Gavin Newsom. And there was a long list of losers, but I went with him because he's just such a pathetic piece of shit. So he goes out and he's talking to these, because there were counties that were blue that went red in California. And he goes out and he's like, I love everyone. I care about everyone. If you're a Trump, I care about. Shut up. He's setting himself up for 28.
Yeah. Did you see he just bought a $9.1 million house?
Well, you had to have room for all that hair product.
What do you...
Pepper Dan.
How can you afford a night? Does he have a wife? Is she rich? Was he rich before he became governor?
I think he does come from wealthy stock.
I was going to say, because he only makes like $250,000 as governor.
Yeah, but he's also Nancy Pelosi's nephew. You don't think he gets the same stock tips?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. He's
It
Nancy Pelosi's nephew? Why did I not know that?
Because you're dumb?
Maybe I am dumb.
You're dumb. Nah, I'm pretty sure that's where she gets. I know he comes from money, and then that's another thing about all these politicians going crazy about all that crap. But he is like him, and it seems like any politician that comes out of California is literally the stereotypical. If you were to describe like the worst type of politician, they just meet the mold.
Even the Republicans.
Yeah.
Since Reagan.
But like Harris, Newsom, like they are just like straight up lie to your face.
Oh, yeah.
Well, Gavin Newsom's kind of dangerous because he's a slick talker. Kamala is just like an idiot, but like she's a cookie cutter. Will tell you one thing while she's doing another, and just literally say whatever they have to get elected. It's
Yeah,
like
but neither of them
was
can
it?
win a debate.
What's that crypt keeper looking dude who was pretty big in the Clinton years? The Democrat.
Mitch McConnell? Oh,
No,
Democrat.
he's a Democrat. What the hell's his name? They call him the Raging Cajun.
Kyburn or Colburn or
Yeah, I think it's something like that. But he was like, would you slap your mama to win an election? He's like, hell yeah, I'd slap my mama. And if I asked my mama, she's like, would that help you get what you want to know? Yeah, I'd slap her. Anything you got to do to win. Just, hey, mom, I'm going to slap you in the
win.
fight.
So, but then they say they don't cheat.
Well, but exactly. But the thing is winning. They don't care about the people. They don't care about having good policies. They just do whatever they can do to win.
About power.
It's all about power. Who's your winner?
My belly, because it's Thanksgiving tomorrow, and it's going to be full and happy.
Your belly might be the winner, but I'm assuming your belt isn't.
No, my belt is it's going to be loosened. Let's just say that it's going to be loosened.
I have a set of maternity pants that I'm going to be rocking.
Hell yeah,
stretchy in the front.
Oh yeah, I got those jeans that stretch. So
no, yeah, well, yeah. Ever since I got my first set of stretchy jeans, I'll never not buy a stretchy pair of pants of anything.
Right? Like they're awesome.
Yeah,
they're almost like I don't know, sweatpants, only they're jeans.
Yeah. I was like, where have these been all my life?
I
freaking love stretchy pants.
Hell yeah. I'm not.
He's hoary. Yeah. Aliens. So my winner, I'm going to play a clip before I say who my winner is. And then you tell me if you think he's a winner or not. Okay. As well as you comment below.
In my country, without going into significant detail, half the people in the country are happy and half the people in the country are very unhappy. It's a very difficult time in the United States. And I think the only way people can learn what is happening, and film is unique in this way, not only what's happening in the United States, but around the world. What's happening, you might not learn from the news. Television news in the United States is a business. They have to make money. And again, not to go into great detail about that, but there's a hole, there's a vacuum. There is a gap, if you will, in information for Americans. Americans are very uninformed about reality, what's really going on. With climate change, Ukraine, Israel, you name it, all the biggest topics in the world, Americans have an appetite for a little bit of information. That vacuum is filled by the film industry. Not just the independent film industry, not just the documentary film industry, which are very important around the world, but by narrative films as well, where the filmmakers and the buyers, the studios and the networks and the streamers are willing to go that way, and they're willing to try to make films that are not only entertaining, but informative as well. So I think right now is probably one of the most significant times in our history, since film began, since the film experience began. It became an art form, it became a business, a huge business. Now is probably one of the most important times in our history for us to make films
I don't know about that, but
teach people about what reality is around the world.
Grazie mille, faccio io una domanda, poi dopo alzo.
In my country, without going into significant detail.
Yes, Kevin, because I took a page out of your book and just chose to be hellaciously.
Well, he's not wrong. I mean, Americans are
here's the thing.
Uninformed.
The reason why I picked that clip and I picked him to be my half-ass of the week is because what he was saying was true. I don't know about the meaning or context, what he meant it as, but Americans, if you get your news purely from the mainstream media, they are uninformed.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, because, I mean, like he said, it is a business. So, I mean,
now, as far as the whole movie thing, movies have been preaching to people about shit for years.
Yeah.
It's like maybe we're over informed on climate change shit. Like he's under informed on gun safety.
Yes.
I mean, I'm
Well,
just
I
like,
bet he's informed now.
yeah, he's like, oh, so you don't point a loaded weapon at somebody and pull the trigger,
What?
even if it's got blanks.
Yeah.
We do need good movies, like Deadpool 3.
That was a good movie. That was a good movie. I enjoyed
But yeah,
that.
that's why it's like the news took a clip of that. So that was a lifetime achievement award that he received in Italy. Random.
Weird.
But they clipped it where he said Americans are uninformed. I was like, well, listen to the whole thing he's saying, because he's kind of talking shit about the news and never played the whole clip. So I'm like, well, I'm gonna listen to the whole thing and see what he said.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, kind of what he's saying is the truth. I can't stand the guy. I think he's just like any other Hollywood person where they're completely
liberal,
detached from reality.
Yeah, and I mean, I don't know. How informed is he? I mean,
He's not informed, Kevin. He's just stupid.
he shot somebody.
He did shoot somebody.
2 people, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's
You think they're ever going to release that movie?
He's not
That
two
Rust
person and
movie?
killed one.
Where's they ever going to release it? Did they finish it?
Yeah, they did.
Did it come out or no? Or is it not come out yet?
I think it comes out this weekend.
Rust?
Looks like a stupid movie.
What's it about?
Cowboys.
Oh.
I don't know. Last movie he was in that I liked was Ghostbusters?
Was he in Ghostbusters?
No. Beetlejuice.
Oh, Beetlejuice. He wasn't in the new one, was he? No.
No. They wrote them out by saying that they found a loophole and were able to move on.
Ah, then, yeah. I'm trying to think of a
He was the voice of Santa Claus in the Guardians.
The Guardians.
It's a cartoon. I don't see it because you're stupid.
I'm not a child.
Looney Tunes were designed for adults.
No, they weren't. They
were. That is not child humor.
Some of it isn't. Some of it is.
Whatever. You're stupid.
It's like Shrek, where they have their little adult jokes.
Innuendo.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's my winner. Kind of.
The Departed. He was good in The Departed.
I don't think I've ever seen that.
That's a good movie. It's a really good movie. Yep. It has Mark Wahlberg in it, and Leonardo DiCaprio, Matt Damon, Alec Baldwin.
Is it about people that die?
It's got that dude that was in The Shining, Jack Nicholson.
That dude's got a long ass career, and you picked one of his oldest movies.
Well, I just saw The Shining not too long ago, so that's
that guy. He played a writer once in some. I think it was called The Shining. Oh yeah, Jack Nicholson. Yeah,
Jack Nicholson. I don't know. That's.
I haven't seen that. I'll have to look at it. I know I haven't seen that.
It's a good movie. It's a good movie. I'd definitely watch it. You should definitely watch it.
I'll check it out. All right, that's winners and losers, Kevin. Let's jump over to Trump Truth.
Truth.
What I say is what I say.
So currently, because of all the cabinet appointments and all that stuff, Trump truths have been kind of few and far between. So I just picked one that wasn't a full page long. And it's, will the failing New York Times apologize to its readers for getting years of Trump coverage so wrong? They write such phony junk knowing full well how inaccurate or incorrect it is. Only meaning to demean. Maggot Hagerman, a third-rate writer and fourth-rate intellect, writes story after story, always terrible, and yet I almost never speak to her. They do not fact check. They do no fact checking because facts don't matter to them. They don't believe I've had a legitimately good story. I do not believe I've had a legitimately good story in the New York Times for years, and yet I won in record fashion the most consequential presidential election in decades. Where's the apology? And that was the Trump Truth of the week.
What I say is what I say.
Just slaughtered because I don't read good.
Yeah. wasn't great.
Happenings.
What's happening?
What's happening?
What's happening?
What's happening?
What's happening? What is happening? I don't want to hear your. Gosh.
Hey, Matt. Oh, you're not on.
Oh, again.
So
many things that I missed.
Ah, well.
It's just me wanting. So, happenings of the week. I got, so many people have heard Trump threatens tariffs on Canada and Mexico if they don't address the illegal migration and drug epidemic.
It worked. Mexico said they were going to stop any caravans that try to go to the U.S.
Hey, well, everyone was worried about these tariffs and like, oh, he's going to raise, like now he will do it. It's not a blind threat.
Through strength. Yeah, he'll do it. That's why they know that they can't F with them.
Yeah, I mean, it's a negotiation tactic that he's doing. Like he's threatening with
he'll
it, but
do
they're
it.
not a threat.
Yeah. Like he'll
Yeah,
do it. Like
he slapped them on before. It's just like if China doesn't stop the fentanyl. I don't think they actually ship fentanyl. I think they ship
the ingredients to Mexico and then make it in Mexico.
Yeah, like he's going to slap 10% on top of all the
or wherever third world or Central American country. Mexico.
Yeah, basically he's saying if they don't stop it there, then he's going to hit him with a 10% tariff, and a lot of things are changing all over the place. What'd you think? What are you thinking about Cocaine Mitch trying to handicap Trump's second term?
Dude, the guy is
with the Senate rules, appointing
if
Merkel
there is,
or whatever her name is.
If there was a
Alaska.
definition of a rhino, it is Cocaine Mitch.
Cocaine Mitch.
Because that dude is the biggest rhino in all of Congress. And I don't know how he became the House or the Senate minority leader right now, I guess. Like,
well,
it's just, I don't understand how he keeps getting reelected. Like, everybody hates him. Like, does he?
Well, the
do
problem
well
is,
for his
unless
people, like his constituents or whatever.
Well, no, well, yeah, I think people just like know him, and he probably gets a lot of shit for his state. That's how these people stay in power. All that pork we were talking about, and all these bills that's what all that shit goes for. They buy votes from their districts. But like, if you're going to try to run against them for minority leader or majority leader, you better have the votes, because if you don't, he's going to cut your funding to your reelection from the RNC.
Yeah, I don't know how if Thune's going to be any better.
No, but Thune's younger and he wants to be around in the Senate, and people are going to say what they want. I guarantee you, any Republican congressman or senator that doesn't play ball, Trump is going to push to be primaried.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
And he's going to say their name out loud, and he's going to browbeat them like crazy until they do what he wants to do.
Yep.
It's not going to be the same as before.
Good.
But he's doing weird moves to try to keep the swamp in, and I don't understand how you can set rules for the Senate when you're no longer the majority leader. How much sense does that make? Kind of like authorizing long-range missiles to be shot into another country on your way out the door.
Agreed. These are dumb rules. Like, there should be a moratorium between the election and the inauguration to where basically government is shut down other than vital.
Are you quoting Joe Rogan, or did you come up with that on your own?
I just came up with that.
No, he said it too.
Oh, did he?
He didn't say moratorium. He didn't use that word. He's just trying to be fancy.
I am fancy, but
no, that makes sense though. Especially if you're not reelected, you should, like you said, just run the government. No major decisions made, because they're like trying to spend money like crazy.
Yeah,
trying to allocate funds, which you can unallocate funds.
Yes, but I mean, there should be stopped. I mean, government should only be vital, like whatever is vital for the country, like defense. You know, keep it running, but no new money goes into the system. No major decisions can be made. No new wars. You know, you can't confirm judges. You can't whatever. You can't try to push.
That's the only thing that Mitch McConnell did that I liked.
Yeah, he did.
Holy crap! Did we dodge a bullet on that? Now I'm not going to say that
we had Merrick Garland as our fucking.
But you know, in his defense, he probably wouldn't admit it, but he probably knows the definition of a woman. Unlike our latest Supreme Court pick.
Yeah. Because they was that Kavanaugh that they got instead of Garland?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's why they went after him so bad.
Yeah. Then
No.
I'm guessing, this year, I think this term, Trump's probably going to have 2 more. I think, I think they're going to be both, good judges.
Yeah,
But
now's the time to, but you got to watch it because you get people in there and you think that they're constitutionalists. And I mean, even Barrett's made some stupid judgments.
yeah, Kavanaugh has. I mean, they've all made some stupid judgments. The only one I like is Clarence Thomas.
Yeah. I honestly think that,
That dude is just like not in the Constitution, gone.
yeah, he's a pure
Yeah.
constitutionalist, which every Supreme Court justice should be.
Yeah, like you said, it should always be 9-0.
Yeah. If it's not, then it goes to the states.
Yeah.
Period. If
I
it,
agree.
because you can't be convicted, but these people can make changes that completely alter the course of a country and it not be unanimous.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Yeah, exactly.
That's also why that would be the one thing that I will be fine, win or lose, good or bad. And I really wish old Musk would do it if he taught Grok or they taught an AI completely it'd be very hard to do to be non-biased, but to study all the founding papers, all the associated like freedom papers and anything with that. And then if somebody wants to know if something's constitutional, the AI determines based on the Constitution and all the paper founding documents read, whether or not something's constitutional or not.
Yeah.
If it's not, it goes to the states. If you want to make it a constitution, you have to pass a constitutional amendment.
Yep. Agreed.
There's been a few times where the Democrats are going, and even John Roberts.
Yeah.
I mean, you cannot change a law to make it constitutional, which is what he did with Obamacare.
Yeah.
And then who are you going to sue? He goes to the Supreme Court and you're going to be like, yeah, I was right.
I mean, that was dumb. John Roberts effed up there.
Because he became one of these people like going to dinner parties and being Mr. Popular and famous and blah, blah, blah.
He's something.
He's a piece of shit.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think it would be, okay, so obviously no one's going to agree to do AI, but I think it would be a good experiment for someone. And because Musk believes in free speech and all that shit, I would trust him more to do it than like Google, whose AI is already horrendously biased. I just think it'd be a good social experiment to have like what the Supreme Court says and what this artificial intelligence database says that is strictly making its decisions off founding documents.
Agreed. I think it should be done that way. I mean, not done that way, but I think it'd be interesting to see the comparison.
It's like, Grok says no.
Yeah.
But they won't release its determinations until after the Supreme Court.
Yep.
I think that'd be a good idea.
It would be a good idea.
Let's see. Old Jack Smith dropped his, both cases are dropped now.
Yeah.
But he did a caveat.
Did he?
They didn't drop him with prejudice or something like that. Apparently you have to do that to completely kill the case. The way he dropped him, technically, when Trump is out of office, he could,
if Jack Smith,
he's not going to have a job. You have to dismiss the case with prejudice in order to completely get rid of it, and he didn't do that.
Yeah, I mean, I get it. I don't think he, because he's got presidential immunity right now. So,
so I don't know. I think all these
dropped. It's all lawfare. It was all bullshit. All these cases. So let's just.
Doesn't Bragg have somebody running against him in New York, or is going to be, or something?
I would hope so.
I mean, at least we got at least California is smart enough to get rid of what's his face in San Francisco. Tell that dude's name. Some French sounding name. He was dumb.
I don't know.
Which may affect those brothers getting out of prison.
The Menendez brothers?
Yep. That their whole thing, they were thinking they might be home for the holidays, but it doesn't look like that's going to happen.
No. Because they're not out yet. So
Well, and the bad thing is like it was premeditated murder. He did reload the shotgun and shoot his mother in the face.
yeah.
So it was a horrendous.
Yeah, they definitely killed him.
I mean, I'm not saying what they did was any worse. I don't know how old they were. They just didn't play it right. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Speaking of court stuff, Daniel Penny's case against being charged for I don't know if he's a manslaughter against Jordan Neely.
Yeah.
That's paused till after Thanksgiving, which then they'll bring
That whole fucking case is dumb too.
Yeah.
Like the dude was breathing after, so he didn't kill him.
I don't know if it was an autopsy expert. Somebody came in and said he died from complications with synthetic marijuana and some other shit.
Yeah, K2 or whatever.
Yeah, he did not die from he didn't have signs of asphyxiation.
Yeah.
Right there, the case should have been thrown out.
But it's not. It's just like these like that. I don't know. How much you want? I wonder if people are going to be all mad like they were about Rittenhouse when he got off for self-defense.
Maybe, but Matt Walsh is saying this one's even worse than Rittenhouse because Rittenhouse, technically, although he shouldn't have been charged and it's good he got off, he still put himself in a situation.
Yeah, he shouldn't have been out.
There was a very there was a much more heightened chance of you having to use a firearm to protect yourself in Rittenhouse's case than this guy just trying to go to work on a subway and some crazy asshole goes nuts and starts threatening people.
Yeah.
And it's like, and New York has done this for a while. It's like, if you stick up for yourself against criminals, then you're the one who gets treated like a criminal.
That's what bullshit.
The guy in that gas station, guy came across around the counter and tried to rob him. I don't know if he had a gun or not, but the gas station attendant stabbed him.
Yeah. And he got in trouble.
And then they got charged. He got let out.
Yeah.
Because there's a huge public outcry.
Well, I mean, you should be able to defend yourself. Again, maybe if it wasn't a lawless hellhole like fucking New York and Chicago and LA are,
Yeah, where people get pushed on the tracks in front of trains and shit.
Yeah.
And you're in a steel tube in the ground.
Subway, I guess, is just a cesspool for...
They're trying to pull a Con Air on them,
roping and all that shit, man.
Well, and then they do this Con Air bullshit.
I wouldn't want to be on a fucking subway.
I wouldn't either. I wouldn't want to be on there now.
No.
Especially because you can't pack heat, even though Trump might be passing federal constitutional carry. So
that'd be awesome.
That would be awesome. If you have a license here, it's good everywhere.
As it should be.
Yeah, your driver's license reciprocal to all 50 states.
Yeah. I mean, it's a constitutional right.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but it is.
Well, and they kind of said that in that one case to where like New York can't ban people from getting concealed carry licenses.
Yeah, because they were trying to.
And I don't know how it is. I know, I think Iowa's a little different, but like I actually had to go to like a couple-hour course and then take a shooting test and everything before I could get mine.
I just had to go to a class.
I know I was going to get the Iowa one out of state because it was online and like $30, but then I'd have to disarm going through Kansas.
Yeah. Yeah.
But now because I got Texas, I don't have to do that.
But I mean, Iowa's also constitutional carry, but it doesn't. Concealed carry is obviously different.
Yeah, Iowa also outlawed binary triggers, so you guys are dumb.
We are dumb. That is dumb.
Getting drunk on your own corn whiskey.
Corn whiskey.
You don't drink on your own supply. But yeah, I think they're trying to do that. They keep bringing up, especially if somebody like comes to the rescue and they have any type of training, like, oh, he had training, he should have known better. It's like, for one, even if you do have a shit ton of training, unless you're like literally going to spar and you're getting the shit kicked out of you, you're not going to be conditioned to like know what to do in a stressful situation. So that's just stupid. They're trying to Con Air them.
Yeah, exactly it.
We all know how that turned out.
Yeah. Also,
Psychopath.
Then there's psychopaths taking over a plane and one gets left in a trailer park.
Yeah. A really weird one. Bad
Did you
teeth.
see that there's a theory that guy is Donnie from The Big Lebowski? It's a whole theory, like fan theory, whatever. It's pretty funny.
No, I haven't seen that. Well, let's talk about Jaguar, Kevin. Let's talk about this. This is a car commercial.
Do they even show a car?
Don't spoil it, Kevin. Just watch the ad and learn how to break molds.
Is that a dude?
I think most of them are dudes.
What the fuck was that even about?
I don't know.
Burn this.
I'm sorry?
This must never be seen by anyone.
If you didn't like all those close-ups, we can. No, this is not the final cut. There's no doubt we can.
All copies.
Why are you
Hey,
Destroy
found out.
them.
I'm gonna put it on the ad.
I mean,
What the
why
fuck?
though? Why? And
Well,
they're standing by it. Like they're like, yeah, it was good. Like everybody's just like, what are you doing? Like, why are you changing anything on Jaguar? It was one of the most iconic car symbols, the Jaguar.
yeah, but they've been making garbage cars for a while.
yeah, but still, it's still
They're like super expensive, but
I don't know why. Like, I don't even know what it was. Like, people were like outraged. I like watched like a clip of it. I'm like, what is this even about? Like, are they still a car company or are they like a dress company for men?
yeah, no. Well, it's like Matt was saying, they even got rid of the Jaguar in their new logo.
Yeah, it's one of the most iconic fucking old logos for a car
Do
company.
you think it has anything to do with Raw Don Glover?
Say that again.
Raw Don Glover.
Raw Dong Glover?
He's like
A
the
raw
director.
dong lover?
Well, if you were to move a space, it might look like Raw Dong Lover. You raw dogging it? I love it.
Well, obviously, whoever's in charge or in like whoever is doing their marketing is obviously a fucking weirdo.
Maybe I heard that this whole woke shit and this DEI stuff is actually getting people in Europe are getting fed up with it too. That's the only
Oh,
thing I can think
sure.
of is technically they're a foreign brand.
Yeah.
But it's like you saw what happened to Bud Light, Tractor Supply, Harley Davidson, all these, and you're like, you know what? That was their hold my beer moment, but it was instead of beer, it was like a Shirley Temple.
Yeah.
Like it was unreal.
I it's going to do nothing but hurt them.
How is that going to sell cars? That's what I don't get.
It's not. This is some fucking DEI bullshit that, you know, they want to seem inclusive. They don't give
But
a
because
shit.
they've been making like not very good, reliable cars for a while, they might need some DEI money, Kevin. When you
Maybe
make
that's it.
garbage,
Maybe so they can fucking get some of that BlackRock money.
it could be. Even though I think I don't know about overseas, but Trump's going to be changing that too to where I forgot what are they called? What is it when you're not actually a shareholder? You're holding shares for other people. What the hell is that?
A brokerage?
Yeah, but there's a term for it. But they're not going to be allowed to be on
Spend
the
it
board.
on- Yeah.
No, they can buy as many shares of whatever the company they want, but they're not going to have any say in how the company runs.
That makes
There's
sense.
a term for it. Can't remember it, but like that's where all this DI shit went from. They went from moving on from the needs of their shareholders to their whatever the term I can't remember because my brain doesn't work good. But yeah, that was just
I don't know
dumb.
what you're talking about. I don't know what word you're thinking of.
I think their car sales are already way down anyway, so I don't know. Apparently there's a big problem with dealerships having like 2 to 3 year old brand new cars sitting on their lot because they're too damn expensive.
Well, yeah, all cars are expensive now.
Yeah, so I mean, it's like one car lot might have 10 or 15 cars that are 3 years old that are brand new.
Hedge fund manager?
So how would that work with the warranty?
I don't know.
It's not a hedge fund manager. It's I forgot what it's called. It's the hedge fund manager would be like BlackRock. It's something like shareholders, but it's not shareholders. It's share something or equity holders. I don't know. Something
It
like
might
that.
be equity holders.
But yeah, they changed it to where they were trying to make them happy and not make their shareholders money. Which I
Yeah.
think by now a lot of shareholders would have sued these corporations for losing money doing all these stupid shit. So
Yeah, for sure.
I don't know. I just know that at least I don't know about the more expensive cars, but it seems like the more expensive the cars you get, the more finicky and more expensive they are to own anyway. So I don't know why you would want to buy a super expensive car. It's like, hey, here's a Ferrari. It's going to cost you $20,000 to do your brakes. Huh? It's because they're made of gold and they don't actually stop.
Well, who needs to stop?
Well, that's true. Well, I saw a video on today about this guy. He was talking about this electric car that he's like, it's the best electric car in the world. And it's something called a mega, or not mega, it's mega. It's some Chinese electric car. And the inside's super cool. Like, it's got a bunch of kick-ass technology. He's like, yeah, this could be the best electric car on the planet. I'm like, except for it looks like a Cybertruck and a freaking Toyota Prius had an inappropriate night out after a family reunion, and that's what came out of it.
Is it pretty ugly?
Oh my gosh.
I haven't seen it.
It's stupid. You're not going to see it. It can't be, and it's going to be 100% tariff on it anyway. The tech on the inside, and they have an SUV version, which is a hybrid, but it's a hybrid that charges the battery. So it's all electric powertrain, and the gas motor just charges the battery. But the inside and the tech is pretty neat, and you can definitely Chinese, because if you get your head too close to the screen in the back, it's watch your head. Like all the props had a Chinese accent. So, but like, I was just like, that's the ugliest car I've ever seen. It literally looks like a mix between, it looks like an inbred baby between a Cybertruck and a Prius.
I haven't seen it.
That's what I saw. Jay Leno got in a fight with Gravity and lost horribly.
Well, he's old.
Yeah, he apparently fell down like a 60-foot steep. It sucks that he's been getting his ass kicked lately.
Yeah, like he's been
motorcycle accident, caught on fire.
Yeah.
Now he rolls down a hill, and like that's like what his whole half of his body looks like.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Poor Jay Leno, man.
Yeah, it's sad. I like Jay Leno.
I do too. I thought he was funny.
I don't know what fate's got against him. That's what you get for never cashing.
Somebody doesn't like Jay Leno.
I know. Apparently it's Gravity.
Yeah.
Just saying. Did you hear about that Jeff Younger guy who lost his parental rights?
No, I didn't hear this. I was going to ask you about this. I forgot.
He's the guy from Texas who's been in court fighting for parental rights of his son because his wife is trying to give one of his sons, what do they call those? Transgender hormones or therapy or drug therapy.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And, of course, I don't know if she moved to California. It was a California family judge law thing, but yeah, she took all his custody away and gave it to the parent that wants to chemically castrate their son.
California, man. What a shithole.
Yeah, no. Family law is kind of fucked up anyway.
Yeah. Why are you giving the rights to the parent that wants to harm their child?
That's
irreparable harm. I mean,
hopefully we're coming to a point where that stuff starts to kind of start self-correcting itself. Because like that should be considered child abuse, and I don't understand how the court's like, oh, you want to stop your 7-year-old from transitioning?
Yeah,
you horrible person.
What? Like, I don't understand the mentality that goes into being like, God, they're good.
Well, apparently the dad said like the mom was putting that shit in his head.
Oh, I'm sure. I mean, it's probably because she wants to, seem like a progressive, woke, fucking liberal white woman.
Oh, most do. That's where they.
They're using their children to, whatever you call it, virtue signal.
Yep, it's like, oh, look at me. It's like the lady not going to Thanksgiving with her family saying, I have what'd she say, like a politically endangered child. I'm like, so you're saying your kid's trans?
Hoary.
No, one of them's hoary. The other one's supposedly trans.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah. So she has a hoary daughter and possibly a trans son, I guess. Son or daughter, or one of them.
Yeah, I don't get it. I don't know.
But yeah, I saw that on there and I was like, yeah, because I remember hearing the story before and kind of following it. And now it's like he's lost. He's not going to give up the fight for it, but he's still But right now he's lost all contact with his children because he doesn't want his kid to take transitioning hormones.
I get it. I wouldn't either.
Yeah, there's no argument. There is no legitimate argument for that either. Other than the fact that the science shows that it does nothing but harm. But, whatever.
Yeah, well, I mean, people don't read the science papers, or they're usually, they're pushed down anyway, so people can't read them.
Well, we are just coming out of the age of people wearing masks that don't have any mask on them so they can play an instrument.
Yeah.
If that or they were in those big tents.
Yeah, but I mean, it didn't matter. None of that shit fucking protected you anyways.
No, it didn't.
Everybody got fucking sick anyways.
If anything, a bunch of people probably got bronchitis from breathing inside those closed tents.
Well, I mean, it's not good to breathe into a cloth.
Oh, man, my tent smells like halitosis.
Well, it's not good for you to...
Jimmy, did you take my tent?
Those cloth masks are bad for you because you're breathing out into this cloth and, the bad shit's getting caught into it. A bunch of bad shit.
Yeah, that's called the halitosis, Kevin.
Yeah. Yep.
Upsets your tummy.
It does.
Especially if you got, chunky bits.
Ugh.
Just saying. You got any other happenings of the week?
I do not.
Then only leaves one thing, Kevin.
White slur of the week.
What's a honky?
All right, white slur of the week. And although this originated in the 80s, it's making a comeback, and it's gorilla head. Popular 80s hairstyle called a mullet is similar to a gorilla, short on top and long in the back. Countless small-town white folks still sport them. That is not technically true because there's a whole bunch of people supporting them now. And that was the white slur of the week.
What's a honky?
Dude, the mullet is coming back. It's
Yeah,
weird. I don't know why. It wasn't good in the first place, but I mean, it's making a fucking return.
Yeah, so if someone's calling you a gorilla head, that's a slur.
Yeah, that's true.
You should 100% be offended. I just can't believe that I came across that.
That's a good one. I like that one.
I like
Gorilla head. I like that.
gorilla head. I've never heard it before. I've never heard of any.
I've never heard it before either.
Yeah, we're running low on them, but apparently our social experiment has come to the point where it is true. The internet algorithms do not care about white slurs.
No, well, maybe they do, and maybe that's why we're not getting.
That could be it. It could be the white slur of the week, and that's why we don't have millions and millions of subscribers that are liking, sharing, commenting, and
Yeah, I mean, you never know.
that could be true. Oop. All right, well, if that's not it, I hope everybody has an awesome Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving, everybody.
And we'll see y'all next week. I'm Josh.
I'm Kevin.
And this was the Lost Art of Common Sense.
Common sense.
Common Sense.
Keep that vinyl spinning.
That's right. Don't be boring. Be a pirate. And I'm going to go ahead and leave you with this.
Don't you ever let anybody take your power from you. You have the same power that you did before November 5th. And you have the same purpose that you did.